All right, today's book of the day, I'm here, special guest, Joel Salatin. We're talking about his books, Folks, This Ain't Normal. I like it, the high priest of the pasture, they call you. We're here on the farm, by the way, in Virginia. You can see a lot of Joel's sustainable agriculture ideas. The egg mobile, the hoop houses for the chickens, the feed buggy, the trellis, grapes, beehives, and sheep all in one. The mountain, the shade mobile.
Rabbit shelter, cow shade mobile, all sorts of stuff.
Now this book, it's not just for people on a farm. What made you write the book?
What made me write the book was because I was doing so many college lectures, college presentations, and I realized that these young people today really thought that today's living is normal.
Right.
And they actually thought that they could kind of sail off into some sort of a Star Trek cosmic nirvana, you know, and sever this old umbilical to our ecological nest.
Right.
And didn't have to worry about earthworms and air and soil and water and, you know, nutrient dense food and whatever. And so it just struck me that I wanted to bring to them, here are the principles and the patterns that have stood the test of time, that are actually more normal,
right,
than playing 20 hours of video games a week, not knowing what vegetables are in season, what vegetables are out of season, not having a home larder with your home processed, prepared, packaged, preserved food, but rather having all of your food in cans with unpronounceable ingredients down at the supermarket. You know,
right.
Those are extremely abnormal. And
but
so
we think they're normal.
Because we have a short memory.
Right.
We all have a very short memory.
People think eggs come from the grocery store.
Yeah, or milk comes from a bottle, or
right.
For that matter, that milk, you know, should be pasteurized in order to be edible. You know, well, humankind's been drinking unpasteurized milk a lot longer than we've been drinking pasteurized. And so it just struck me how historically abnormal,
right,
our current culture is. You know, our great grandparents could not have lived with so little thought,
right,
about where their food came from, about what was in it, how to acquire it, how to participate in it, and even, you know, how the landscape works, and whether a rainstorm was coming up or not. You know, those were all very, you know, visceral, physical things in their existence. And so there's a lot of humor in the book. I mean, there's obviously a lot of humor, satire, and stories. In the title, "Folks, This Ain't Normal," is essentially, it's a critique saying, okay, all right, we're not normal now. What are the templates and the patterns that have stood the test of time?
right,
That we can incorporate in our daily lives, not giving up our technology, not giving up our, you know, our indoor plumbing and stainless steel and whatever electricity, but how can we use those historically resilient patterns in today's sophisticated high-tech world? That's the question.
Because I remember, you know, when I did an apprenticeship out of high school with you, used to always say, in the end, Mother Nature laughs last. And that's really what it's about, when we get so detached from this,
Yeah.
which is really the reality,
Yeah.
and you go into the world of video games and Grand Theft Auto and cities with 14 million people,
Yeah.
the next thing you know, you're so detached that you end up, I always say, Mother Nature should also be the teacher of last resort, because she's the meanest teacher.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you know what? When we take shortcuts, nature always finally balances the sheet. You know,
right.
Makes it all work out. And so this is not a hopeless book, and it's not a you know, fist pounding, you know, pulpiting sermon. It's rather an encouragement and an embrace of the you know, of historical normalcy, and how do we reestablish roots? How do we reestablish roots that are meaningful and allow us the distinct privilege and joy of coming alongside nature as a participant
Right.
in the healing process.
Right.
Because I think many of us are actually hurting ignorantly. Nobody wants to hurt. I mean, well, maybe some do, but most people, in the final analysis, don't want to hurt their environment,
Right.
or hurt their health,
Right.
or hurt their wealth, or hurt their relationships.
Right.
Most people don't. But many people today, as you said, are so detached that they don't know those historically tried and true patterns. What's the horse to bet on? Well, the horse to bet on is the one that's won 5 races in
Right.
a row,
Or-
not the one that's never been in a race.
Right.
And right now, with Salmonella, Campylobacter, unpronounceable food, supermarkets, and highly processed foods and chemical agriculture, genetically modified organisms. I mean, all the, kids without chores, video games,
Yeah.
all of those things are a horse that's never been in a race before.
Yeah.
We've never been this
It's not
place
a good.
before.
It's not a good bet.
No.
So, okay, so this is today's book of the day. So there should be a button right below this. You can click, you can buy this. Got a special price straight from the author on the book. And in addition, not only are you getting the book, remember when you get it here with on my site, you also are getting the author's notes, not just my notes on the book, and a special video note version. So that's something that you don't normally get with the book that we've recorded. That's really awesome. So it'll help you. Remember, one of the things to read faster, if I talk about this 24 book challenge, you should be reading 2 books a month, 24 a year. The quickest way to do that is to have a shortcut, and the shortcut is to get the author to show you the highlights of the book. So you're going to get that and some other bonuses that I have, how to read faster, and about 2 or 3 other bonuses. So click and get that special for today's book of the day.